You know, guys, a lot of times at around this point, somehow or another, we end up talking about Batman on this show.
What? When have we
Batman.
ever?
It's not because we all love Batman and there's just so much fucking material to talk about when it comes to Batman. Not because there's so many little things to analyze, but I mean, it's the car. Chicks dig the car.
That's right.
I'm just saying, man. I've always enjoyed.
Did you use the Val Kilmer line, chicks dig the car?
I did. It's because I was looking at the. It's fine. I figured after all this time talking Batman, maybe it's time we start putting some of this stuff in stone. So, friends, today is going to be our first Bat Tier segment. And we need help from the fucking crowd. We are going to make a tier list, and you tell me, what's the best Batman movie? Bat Tier.
In the second Tim Burton film, he had a Bat CD player.
He did, and he could scratch it somehow as well.
That's right.
Very much does
Heart from Hell.
I played this stinking city. But guys, what we've got here on our list is both Justice Leagues, which were very different movies. The Lego Batman, which I never saw. The old four ones from the 80s and 90s. The Christopher Nolan trilogy. Batman and Robin, and the new hotness with the sparkly vampire kid. So we need to arrange these into tiers, and guys, when we do, we'll make sure to snap this photo, give it to you guys in Discord so you can save it for yourself as well. Now, here's my question. Out of all of this, do any of these belong in a fucking F tier, man?
F tier?
F?
Yes.
I'm saying, why is Return of the Joker and Mask of the Phantasm? I mean, it's not the animated ones, but Mask of the Phantasm was pretty fucking great.
I mean, Under the Red Hood was pretty good. The Killing Joke was pretty good.
We may have to do a whole
The Killing
separate
Joke
one
was
of
good.
animated movies. We may have to do a whole
I mean,
separate
that one scene in The Killing Joke was...
Yeah.
Heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy.
It's serious,
Well, the whole...
man.
when I saw that in theaters, the whole theater just went nuts.
Ooh, in
I'm like,
theater? Nice.
yes, they had it in the theaters for, what was it, like a special weekend opening?
Oh, right
and
on,
that
man.
particular scene, the whole freaking theater went nuts. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't remember this from the comics.
Yeah, right? Are any of these just F tier, just fucking unwatchable?
Yes.
If I had to pick an unwatchable one out of this list, in my mind, that's Batman and Robin.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
That is the worst Batman movie that has yet been made.
It's pretty rough, dude.
Gold.
What's just a little better than that? You know what? Can I just go out on a limb and we can move shit if we need to? I'm going to say that the 80s, 90s trilogy walks straight up the list. Like this.
Really?
Although,
Really?
you know, it's not far enough
really?
because I got to say that's at least that.
Okay.
At least.
But Danny
you know?
DeVito
I
and
was gonna
Michelle
say-
Pfeiffer.
I know, it's time
Yeah.
maybe here.
Yep, that's
I would
about
put
right.
it there for now. Remember, it's not set in stone.
Sure, yeah. For now, I think you're right, though.
I-
Batman and Batman Returns, I'd both put in the A tier. They're pretty fucking good, dude.
Very, very good.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna levy this right now.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight is S tier, man.
Yeah, I
That
think
is
I'm gonna
S.
have to agree with
And
you.
the first-
I'll tell you why.
It may be the best Batman movie.
It's
hard
not
to say.
just the best Batman movie.
Uh-huh.
It's a great movie. Like
It's actually a well-made movie.
it
yeah.
could make the
Very good.
AFI
Yeah,
top
that's
100
true.
for sure, dude.
I think it did make AFI top 100.
I'm not surprised.
Did
I think it might
Can we
have.
look that up real quick?
Yeah, if one of y'all would be so kind as to look it up, I would love to know if The Dark Knight
Let's
made it
see.
to the AFI list. All right, let's
It's
keep
ranked
going here.
97.
97. It broke the
Wow.
list, though.
Broke the
It broke
list.
the list. Hell
I
yes.
would say-
A Batman movie on the AFI top 100.
I would say
Wow.
I would put it higher even, man. No,
Yeah.
that's the Batman versus Superman because
Yeah,
Oh,
I did not
'cause-
like
yeah,
that
right.
whatsoever.
No,
I did not. They'll put that on the bottom.
Dude, I saw that in the
Tier.
theater. I saw that in the fucking... I was so hyped for it, too, man.
I'm gonna call D tier on that, and the reason why is because it's not as bad as Batman and Robin.
Damn.
Right,
Okay, I
though?
gotta agree with that. I got to agree with that, man. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
Sons of Martha is dead last. Your mom's name is Martha? Joke? Okay, you're cool now. Superman is still a global threat. What changed? Superman can hear Lois a continent away but can't find his mom. Batman and Robin is better because it's shorter than Batman versus Superman. Damn.
I don't know, though. I would rather sit through the longer Batman versus Superman than any amount of Batman and Robin. It's a terrible movie.
I really don't know. Like, I'm trying to think, like, it was bad, but what made it bad? Did you guys speaking in general, Ben Affleck as Batman? Or do you like him more as Bruce Wayne?
I will tell you not like him more as Bruce Wayne myself. I don't think so.
I think that the same is true in Batman and versus Superman as it is in the Whedon cut of Justice League. Let me explain.
That's the color one down there, right?
Let me explain that real quick. I think Zack Snyder's Justice League is a better movie than Joss Whedon's Justice League. But somehow they added in more Affleck in Snyder's.
I don't like it.
And I thought that in Batman vs. Superman and Justice League, he did great. But when I saw the Snyder Justice League, it was too much Ben Affleck as Batman.
I don't like the sound of them apples, Will.
Yeah, it was too much back of a Volkswagen Batman.
Yeah.
I don't want that, man.
I did not think he was a particularly strong Bruce Wayne.
However they cut it in Batman vs. Superman and Justice League, I thought
the voice
was good.
is much better. At least they can explain it, that it was built into the suit instead of Christian Bale almost losing his voice the whole time.
Somehow the Batman voice got worse over the Nolan trilogy. I liked it in the first one where he's just whispering. Now we're two. I'm into that.
I mean, I would imagine his throat is like all raw by that point.
And the second one, it was okay. Where were the other drugs going? Swear to me. It's okay. But then by the third one, no drugs, no guns, no killing. Just fucking stupid. I would recommend it. I'm sorry, Phil, what are you saying?
I would put both Begins and Dark Knight Rises probably in B.
It's hard to say, and we talked about this before. The thing about Batman Begins, to me, is the same thing I feel about the new Batman. When Batman Begins first came out, like, we all kind of had this idea, it was okay, blah, 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 but it was enriched by the sequel. You know, in these early movies, now things aren't always necessarily in their final form, and in Batman Begins, he definitely wasn't, and it wasn't a ton of Batman, honestly. But what they set up there was enriched by the sequel, which in my mind, The Dark Knight makes Batman Begins a better movie. And I have a feeling that with the new ones, that's how it's going to be as well. The sequel is going to make or break the first one for me in a lot of ways.
For that reason, I would put the new one in B also.
Really?
Yep.
Because
there's a lot of people that would call that S over everything, bro.
Ooh, I can't.
I was entertained. I was entertained by the Batman. Mm-hmm. I just feel as if I've seen it all before.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, B tier sounds right, but for me personally, I gotta say the car chase, though, dude.
Oh God, no! That takes it to that car.
Might
was
make
amazing.
it 18
and
because,
that's another
dude,
tier.
that was fucking killer. Batman and Penguin on the freeway.
Oh my God, that
even
was
though,
so
don't get me
good.
wrong, it was a little convenient when that little ramp dropped down. I laughed out loud in the theater.
Too easy.
But
that was barely an inconvenience. You know what I mean?
It really was. But dude, the car was so fucking dope.
It was oh my God,
Colin
when he started
Farrell
that
is
engine.
such a good Penguin. Yeah, the stuff.
Damn.
And dude, let me tell you something. We have actually talked about this right before we went to see it. It took time. Again, the sequel enriched the first one. When Batman Begins came out, I wasn't into the Tumblr, dude. I just wasn't into it.
I wasn't either at first.
But the second one kind of, it endeared it to me in a way. You know what I mean?
And then the Arkham games make it even better.
Even though I think the whole laydown mode he's got is totally useless. You don't need that in the movies at all.
Kind of ridiculous.
But what I will
just
say,
getting a nice shot.
In Dark Knight, okay, so it pretty close to the beginning there. So the one like Italian gangster dude, I want to hear proposition. That guy, right?
Yeah.
He's doing a fucking dope deal with the Scarecrow to buy fear toxin, and he brings that dude. It's all fucked up, and then the copycat Batman show up.
Right.
With gun, all this. And then Scarecrow's like, that's not him. Okay, so here's the moment They built it all up. Here's all this happening. It's going crazy. That's not him. Where's the real Batman? All these things. And then the tumbler crashes through the fucking wall, which in my mind could have been so huge. Such a big reveal. Such a huge moment. And they just shot it really plainly. It didn't. I was like, yup, there's the tumbler. I wasn't like, oh shit, there goes Batman. You know what I mean? And honestly, as far as the Nolan movies go, I thought they did the same thing with the Batwing. When you finally see it in the third one, it's like, yup, there it is. They didn't.
There wasn't enough gravitas,
Yeah, the
man.
reveal wasn't there. However, in the new one, when he starts that fucking car up, bro.
Oh gosh, like in the shadows, man.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it gives you 20 seconds to go, oh, it's time. Oh, it's time.
And here's the
dude.
thing about that one I liked too is that, you know, in the original, in the Michael Keaton ones, I loved the fucking noir penis mobile he was driving, you know.
I like that one too.
I love
though.
it, man.
Yeah.
It looks so
it.
fucking good.
Yeah.
And then the tumbler became endeared to me, like you said.
Sure.
I feel like in The Batman, they combined the style and power with that fucking muscle car. It is dope.
It is. I mean,
It's the
just
best
a
of both
fucking- It's
worlds.
just a muscle. And again, he's not in his final form. A lot of his gadgets seem homemade at that point.
Right.
Yes.
Is Lucius even in the movie?
He hasn't put Wayne Tech's R&D on it.
No,
Right, so I don't-
I don't think so.
I don't think, and I don't know how or if they're gonna play that angle necessarily because
Well,
you know he built
it's its
his
own thing,
car
right?
and-
The Batman is
I
not
don't know.
connected with the DCU, correct?
Yeah, but
Not yet,
I love
yeah.
Lucius Fox as a character, and
Oh,
that
yes.
character in general in superhero or spy movies, you're gadget guy. You know what I mean? You gotta
Uh-huh.
have a
Yes.
guy. He's got to fight crime. He's got to punch dudes. He ain't got time to build a fucking car. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
He
Two of
needs-
these, we're gonna jump across the river, towing cables. Never could get the damn bridge to work, but this baby works just fine.
I'm just going to go ahead and say Snyder cuts a C and Whedon cuts a D.
Can I just say Morgan Freeman is like the best possible casting for Lucius
Oh,
Fox?
and
Uh-huh.
You know?
I really enjoy listening to him talk. It's very soothing.
As long as this is here, I won't be.
Okay, all right, so
Power for one man.
you're saying this one here,
No, C.
this one here, this one
No.
here.
No. I'm saying Whedon color one D.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah, and
D.
Snyder cut C.
Oh, yeah, because you're right. That Snyder cut, not as good as fucking Batman Begins.
It's not as good as Batman. It's not, but it's better
Dude,
than
fucking
Batman
Liam
Forever.
Neeson, bro.
I'd rather watch the Snyder cut of Justice League than anything we have in D right there.
Like if you
Yeah.
have to choose one.
Yep.
Yeah, that might be the one. You're right.
Yeah.
That means our last one remaining is Lego Batman. And I have to say, I have not seen this. I'd like to give it at least a C tier because I like Will
It's a fun
Arnett.
movie.
Yeah.
I've heard
It's a
the
fun
trailer
movie.
with Will Arnett doing the voice, and it's funny. And I know the Lego stuff is well produced and all that.
There's a lot of jokes that's going to gear more towards
Sure,
like for the adult audience to get
Right,
it.
Yeah.
So it's a fun movie. It really is.
Yeah,
I
all right,
do
well,
recommend
I'll
it.
bump it.
I've
I'll go
heard
to
good
B.
things about it, yeah.
I haven't seen it. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll let the chat vote. Where do you think Lego
It should
Batman
be-
should be?
Help
Dry
him
you out, yeah, of course. Heavy pill intake
Yeah.
will dry you the fuck out, for sure, man.
Man.
All right, so the consensus in the vote in the chat says Lego Batman is S tier.
Damn.
No.
That's what the vote says. Are you telling me Lego Batman might be better than The Dark Knight?
No.
No, can't possibly be.
What do you guys think? Which ones do you guys think are wrong on this list, man? Let's see it in the chat. What do y'all think out there? Because I still protest Dark Knight is still the best Batman.
I agree.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I
Jack T.
wouldn't
Ripper
put Lego
for 100
Batman
bits
on
says Batman
S tier.
versus Ninja Turtles was the best. That's awesome. That's
It
anime.
was fun.
See,
It
We'll
was
do
really
another
fun.
list for anime.
Slim loved
You
Batman
can do
versus
animated
Superman.
Batman movies. That's something, a different thing.
I liked
I
Batman.
wouldn't put
I
Lego
liked
Batman up on
versus
S.
Superman.
I want to say my first thing that pops in my head is B.
Yeah.
That's what I would think too, and they got second place.
Well,
Now-
I could concede to meet in the middle and go to A. If anything else was gonna go to S, I would put fucking Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, dude.
See, okay, I'm gonna make another change here.
Okay.
Because I would rather watch Batman versus Superman
Uh-huh.
than Batman and Robin or the Batman.
Yeah, so now you got to put it,
Val
if you put it
Kilmer.
in the tier, which one is
Right. So
better
you
from
want
left to
this?
right.
No. Put them both in C. There
Okay, you
go.
want this?
Yeah.
I can see that. It maybe could tighten up, but yeah, it's tough to say. Well, guys, I think we might be there then, man.
I see
Yeah.
what you did there.
And then,
appreciate
let me
it.
see, Snyder.
Asan says any list that puts Dark Knight higher than Batman Begins is wrong. Are you sure?
What?
Now, I will say I might give you this. Actually, I might do this.
No, yeah, put Lego behind him.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know, dude.
Okay,
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, no.
Is it Liam Neeson or the car chase?
What? Car chase.
Ah,
I got
guy.
the car chase just because
Yeah.
the rest of the movie.
And that's the part that's like very, for me, like Snyder-esque, because what is Snyder in film good for? He's good for making beautiful cinematography shots and just making things look cool and then slow-mo. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much his
That's
thing.
what, if you
true.
really have to think about Snyder and filmmaking, as I say, he knows how to make things look really nice, make it really cool, even though,
make
like,
a
wow,
shot
there's
that
no
looks
point.
like a
Why is
panel
he
from a
doing that? But it
comic,
looks
right?
good.
But yeah, this shot looks nice. Where all
And-
the people
and
are
everything
reaching for
is
Superman.
slow-mo.
It's like
Oh,
like a Michael Bay picture.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
with
it's,
Michael Bay, what is Michael Bay? It's just explosions.
Slow, low, and
underneath,
telephoto.
slow, low. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Well,
Oh,
guys,
shit.
I would say we've pretty much arrived unless anyone else wants something last minute. And I'm going to say
Yeah.
we're going to have to do animated
What?
soon. But as far as live action, and for whatever reason, the template for this included Lego Batman, I still persist.
I would still put Lego Batman on B, but that's just
Well,
me.
I'm compromising with the vote from the chat.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
Yeah,
will
that's-
say
I guess
I
it's fair.
still think, although I love the one with Jack Nicholson, still I think Dark Knight is the best Batman movie, man. What do you think, guys?
I agree.
Yeah.
So there it is, guys. That's it for us today. Make sure to like and
$1.
subscribe to make sure to see the next video, and put a comment down below. Let us know which one is your favorite Batman movie. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time here on Gold City.